Hello and welcome to episode 578 of Fergo and LeagueFreak. I'm the bloke from Rugby League Project, Andrew Ferguson. You can find me on Twitter at AndrewRLP. Join me as always is the glorious LeagueFreak. You can also find on Twitter at LeagueFreak. How you going there, mate?
Going very well, Andrew. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Should we say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas, because Happy Holidays is a load of shit. So Merry Christmas to everyone, right?
I like to say Happy Holidays just because it irritates some people.
All right. Yeah, well, that fucking irritates me. What the fuck?
Happy Holidays, LeagueFreak.
Fuck you. And next we'll be talking about the NRL era. So, yeah, Merry Christmas. And I guess people will be listening to this leading into the new year. So Happy New Year if you're listening at that point. And if you've missed it all, well, fuck you.
There we go. We've managed to please and upset everyone all at the same time. This is a marvelous piece of work. I'm only a few seconds in.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Everyone's treated equally that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can let your prejudice decide which way you want to go.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. What should we start off with first? Is there any news that's popped up that is for you that's been like, ooh?
Look, I've finally decided I have a new favorite club in England. Not that I had one before, but I'm now just hardcore on Salford.
Yeah, brand new team.
I think they just they really align with the team I follow in Australia.
Yeah, they are a basket case, aren't they?
Yeah, so I think it just feels right. Like I need a team that I can still get outraged about, but don't actually have to go through and bother wasting my time watching them play.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm turning into a columnist.
A columnist.
Yeah, they're not journos anymore. They're columnists.
They're columnists. Yeah,
that's right. So I'm a columnist.
Yeah. Well, for anybody that doesn't know, the Salford Red Devils, who the ownership was approved by the Rugby Football League, I think it was in January or February this year. Well, they died really quickly, and so it's a new era for Salford Rugby League, and a new club has been awarded a new license by the Rugby Football League. So that's going to end up well. And it's a former player now owns the club. And I mean, what the fuck are you supposed to say? Like, there's nothing to say. Like, I understand that Salford fans will be happy to have something that they can follow, but man, that's just silly at this point. They should call them the Salford Creditors, hey?
The Salford HRMCs.
Yeah.
that'd be good. Their new owner is former Salford player Mason Caton Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how many other people involved in the consortium.
I think he
beat off a rival bid that was run by former Salford CEO Chris Irwin. So he's in some tough competition there.
Yeah, it's like far out, man. I think that they've already got a deal in place to be playing at Salford Stadium, which is a big red flag.
Yeah, apparently they've negotiated a better deal for the club.
Yeah,
we haven't heard that before.
Yeah.
You know what they should do is make a deal to play not at the stadium, but play in the car park.
Why not?
I think that'd work. It'd be cheaper. You just have to pay parking fees for 2 hours.
Pretty much. Although, depending on I guess the parking fees in Salford aren't very much.
It wouldn't be. And if everyone just brings a chair, bring a chair and a packed lunch.
Trent Barrett it.
Exactly. You don't need to worry about stadium costs. You don't need to worry about the cost of food at the game. See, that's the ultimate fan experience right there.
Yeah,
they can be the people's club at that time.
You know, one thing that stood out for me in the news was the International Rugby League, the head of the International Rugby League. I don't ever like saying his name anymore because he's just a clown. He said that the next remember they made an announcement that they were making the Men's World Cup down to 10 teams. And instead of having all of the other World Cups played at the same time, they were going to play them at different times. And that announcement was made, 12, maybe 15 months ago. Well, now they've completely backflipped on that, and they're going to try and play them all at the same time. And they said that they've got a bunch of places all around the world that have put in, their thing of interest that they want to host the Rugby League World Cup, which they say every time. Like, I think they said there was 8 different places wanted to host the next Rugby League World Cup. And it's like they say it every single time, and then it's always Australia and England every single fucking time. And I just wonder who all of these press releases for International Rugby League are for. Like, they're just silliness. By the way, they announced the Golden Boot winner, and it was Harry Grant. And everybody, I didn't see one person go, oh, yeah, Harry Grant. Yeah. Everyone was like, Harry Grant? What the fuck? So the International Rugby League still going strong, still needs dissolved.
Yeah, look, I must admit, I didn't think anyone from the Australian team should have got the Golden Boot this year, given it's based on international performances.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in that Australian team was consistent in all of their games.
Yeah.
Reece Walsh was amazing in the first test.
Mm-hmm.
And then, meh.
Yeah, he was all right. The rest of it, and
I think there were players that were in the Pacific tournament that were probably more deserving.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just silliness.
It's silly. Like, I just wonder who it's all for, and it because it's not for rugby league fans, because, when rugby league fans see these announcements and there's either indifference or confusion, or they just start taking the piss out of it, it's not for rugby league fans. And it's certainly not for non-rugby league fans, because no one else gives a fuck about it. So Who's it for? Like, I don't know. I think it's just so that people at the International Rugby League can feel special and feel important, to be honest with you.
Well, I see they've claimed that the next World Cup will be in 2030. There will be like 12 countries that'll all put their bid up for it. So congratulations, England.
Yeah.
What I suggest, right, is we have a World Cup in 2034.
Yes.
It's held in France.
Yes.
And it only contains the same 4 nations that competed in the first World Cup in 1954.
I'd be open to that.
France, Australia, New Zealand, England.
Yes.
And this time, unlike the first World Cup where France had to pay for everything and then split up what was left over with the other nations, this time, every other country except for France pays for it.
Wouldn't that be cool?
And whatever money is made left over, all of that goes to France.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that'd be fair. Also, France is allowed to pick whoever they want to play in their side.
Just anyone.
Anyone. It doesn't matter who they are. We will change the first name to every single one of them to Jacques. And that will be it. They can pick whoever they want, and everybody has to pick whatever's left over.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully France gets their first World Cup victory, as it's long overdue. There you go. That's my bit.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. Oh, should we talk? What we should talk about? You and me have been excited for the 2026 World Cup. And then they announced that they're going to have this super group. And even then, you and me were like, you know what? If they do these groups right, it will still work out all right. We'll still have good games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they announced the actual format, which is one group of 4 teams and then 2 groups of 3 teams. And it was like they went out of their way to make it the most boring, worst formatted World Cup you could possibly have. So what we should do is talk about how it works. So, okay, so you got the super group, so-called super group. There's 4 teams in it. They're going to play each other, everyone in the group once.
Yep.
So the teams in the group are Australia.
Yep.
Good. New Zealand. Good. Going to be good games between those 2. Fiji. It's like, man, they're on a hiding to nothing. Mm-hmm. And the poor old Cook Islands.
Yeah.
Who are going to get flogged. So 2 of the teams from this group go through. I
wonder who that might be.
Yeah, I'm scratching my chin right now trying to work that out. Hey. So that's how the super group works. So the super group, foregone conclusion before we even kick off. With all due respect to Fiji and the Cook Islands, we love those two teams, but they're on a hide into nothing in that group. Then we go to the other two groups. Now, I can't remember who are in the other two groups off the top of my head.
So
Have
Pool
you got
B, Pool B is England, Lebanon, and Samoa.
Okay, yes.
And then Pool C is France, Papua New Guinea, and Tonga.
Okay, now this is the way this works. The teams in Group B do not play one another.
No.
They play their games entirely against the three teams in Group C.
Yes.
And Group C does not play against the teams in Group C. No. They play all of their games against the teams in Group B.
Correct.
And then they take the top, I guess it's the top two, because we're only having semi-finals, right? So the top two teams out of a league format between those combined groups after the group stage will go through to the semi-finals against New Zealand and Australia. And that's going to be our World Cup.
Yeah, so the reason why this is bananas, just in case people aren't aware, is because the teams in Pool B don't play each other, there's a very strong chance that every team in Pool B wins all three of their games, but one of those teams misses out. Well, meanwhile, that would mean that all three teams in Pool C miss out, but two of those teams without a win make it through to the finals, while one team that was undefeated misses out. Oh, my God.
I saw a thing that said that they're going to be combined after the group stages.
So what's the point of putting them into two groups?
I don't know. Look, if you and me are sitting here and we know all these teams, like,
make the super group.
Who is this for?
Have the super group have the four strongest teams in it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right. If Group B and C are going to have their results put together into one table, then fuck it, put all 10 teams into the table and then have the top four go through to the semi-finals and the winner of those semi-finals play in the final. And then we don't fuck around with 6 teams in the finals, wherever else. And that way, even if you're in that Pool A and you get one win from 3 games, but you're playing against 3 of the other elite sides, there's still a chance on points difference that you might get into the semis. All right. But it's still, I don't know, the whole thing is just nuts because
I think I worked out when it was announced that there were like 3 games of consequence in the entire group stage. And it was like Samoa versus Tonga was one. And I think the other one was, it might have been England versus Tonga.
Well, PNG versus Lebanon is going to be another one.
Oh, I think there was also a game. I think there was a game between, might have been PNG and England as well.
Actually, because that's not a bad one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Lebanon's not going to be as strong as they were in previous World Cups.
No.
So I think that they're kind of going to fall back to being a bit of an also-ran. But I think there was only a couple of fucking games of consequence. Like, we're talking about 4 games, maybe 5 games of consequence in the group stages. That's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's a few more than the last World Cup.
Wow. That's not difficult. But it's crazy they condensed it and then made it as inconsequential as possible. It's like they took the worst possible way they could have done it and said, yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. You'd expect England to beat France.
Yes.
You'd expect France to beat Lebanon.
You'd think so.
So now we're looking at basically PNG should beat Lebanon.
Yes.
So England, France, PNG, they've all got to win there. It's a game they play against equal, slightly higher opposition, however you want to phrase it. That will determine which way it goes. So I don't expect France to beat Samoa or England, so I think they're going to be stuck on one win.
Yeah.
PNG has quite a high chance of being competitive, if not victorious, against either England or Samoa. If Samoa doesn't play well, PNG can get them. Same goes for Tonga. England, all jokes aside, should be competitive and capable of beating PNG. They will be very evenly matched with Tonga, and they could very well lose that game. Samoa, also, that's a close one with them and Tonga. So I think only Lebanon and Cook Islands are looking like they're not going to be very competitive here. Fiji, if they can jag a win against either Australia or New Zealand, that will throw this whole fucking thing on its ear.
Yeah.
Whether they can get there is another thing. I would have preferred to see Tonga or Samoa in that group in place of the Cook Islands.
Actually,
you know what? I would have seen England in that group instead of the Cook Islands.
I mean, the poor old Cook Islands, like they had to really go out of their way to make the World Cup, and then they throw them in like this group of death, which is just horrible. It's horrible and I know that they'll enjoy it on some level, but they deserve better than that, in my opinion.
Yes. The other thing that's crazy too is that Lebanon recently had their international status downgraded from full member to what the next level is down as observer or something like that. No, affiliate, I think. I can't remember. Meanwhile, poor old Serbia has been there as a full member and have been one of the top 10, top 12 ranked sides for the last 3 World Cups and have yet to make it into a World Cup.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see Serbia in the World Cup. That nation has busted its backside and proved it deserves to be there. We've been over backwards and parachuted other teams in before.
I don't talk about Wales and Scotland and Ireland like that.
For zero gain.
The game's about to take off in Wales.
I think,
haven't you heard?
I think it would do an absolute wealth of good to have other European nations in there.
Yeah.
And Serbia especially would be one I would love to see in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And I think if they got announced as making it to the World Cup, there's a lot of Australian Serbian players who would immediately make themselves available for that team. You're going to look at the Trebojeviches. There's 3 of them. That would help.
One of them's already out injured.
No, I'm talking about for the next World Cup.
Yeah, I'm saying one of them's already out injured. He's already injured. I'm breaking that news right now.
He'll be fine.
No, he's fucking injured, man. Are you serious?
He'll be good for one game. He'll come out for one game and annihilate England in one match, and then you'll have a busted leg, and then they'll lose their next 2 games. But as long as they beat England, they'll be fine.
Remember when that fake Italian team beat England in a warm up to one of the World Cups, and they were like, of course that doesn't count. That game doesn't count.
Was that 2016?
2016, was it 16 or 17? I feel it was the one. Remember, England said that they went away to Denver to do a high altitude training, but it was 6 months before the World Cup, and then leading into the World Cup, they did hot weather training for a World Cup that was in fucking England in November.
It was for the 2013 World Cup.
Oh, was that long ago, was it?
Yeah. Italy beat England 15-14 at Salford.
Yeah.
On the 19th of October.
Yeah.
Shall we go through that England side?
Yeah, and then go through the Italian side, because the Italian side's pretty funny.
Yeah, I will say it doesn't count, and the reason why it doesn't count is because both sides had extended benches. So
you know what, Andrew? I like the way that is the rule, and it should never change.
You're welcome. So for England, they had Sam Tompkins, Ryan Hall, Carl Ablett, Leroy Cudjoe, Tom Briscoe, Rangi Chase, Kevin Sinfield in the forwards, James Graham, Mike McLaurin, Lee Mossop, Gareth Hock, Liam Farrell, Sam Burgess, and on the bench was Josh Charnley, Callum Watkins, Gareth Widdop, Rob Burrow, Chris Hill, James Roby, and George Burgess.
Mm.
I wouldn't exactly call that one of England's worst ever sides in the last 20 years.
No, it's about the same level of suckhole that they've had for the last 20 years, isn't it?
I think it's probably just slightly above average for them.
You reckon?
In the last 20 years, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not talking much here.
I think they've been consistently sucky for the last 20 years. So,
yeah, I'd say that side is probably up to almost at meh from the average of suck.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I'll take meh. How about Sam Burgess being in there? Another wonderful moment in his international career no one fucking remembers.
Absolutely. For Italy, they had Anthony Minicello, Josh Mantellato, James Tedesco at centre, Aidan Guerra at centre, James Saltonstall, Ryan Gietti, Tim McCann, Anthony Lafranchi, Dean Parada, Paul Vaughan, Mark Minicello, Brendan Santi, and Joel Reithmuller. And on the bench is just a bunch of guys from New South Wales Cup.
Yeah.
And Cameron Serrato was on the bench.
Yeah, yeah. And, man, I wonder how many of them actually have been to Italy.
Yeah.
I bet Salford is as close to Italy as some of them had been. And basically, it's the same sort of thing. I mean, you're walking around in a place that looks like it was built fucking 1,200 years ago. It's fallen apart.
It's built by the Romans.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was 2013.
Good times.
Yeah, England lost that game. Italy then went and played their first game of the World Cup in 2013 against Wales and won 32-16.
Mm-hmm.
They then drew 30-all with Scotland.
Yeah.
So the entire British Isles that they were playing against in 2013, in the space of 3 weeks, couldn't beat Italy.
Yeah, they almost did their Grand Slam.
Yeah. I don't know where Ireland was then.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? It's just such a mess.
Yeah.
Build a wall around it.
But yeah, there's a good wander down memory lane there.
Yeah, it was. Now, after we've done memory lane, let's bring it back to 2025. And what a wonderful year it's been. I think it's time for the King of Rugby League Awards, Andrew. What do you reckon?
I'm here for it. We should insert very, very prominent music right here.
Yeah. Whoever's editing this shit, just insert some sort of music.
Really grand style music.
Yeah, grand. Lots of
trumpets, fanfare.
Trumpets, and we need timpani drums in the background. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe a gong.
A gong would be good.
Yeah, we should get a gong for the... Do you want me to buy a gong for the podcast?
Look, I think that would be the best way.
I'll buy a
gong. Start. Instead of having music at the start, let's just destroy people's nerves in their ears and just have bang! Big gong.
You think I'm joking? I'm buying a gong.
I don't think you're joking. I'm fairly certain you've already made the purchase.
I'm going to look for one tonight.
You're just trying to justify the purchase at this stage, and I'm here for it.
I just want a gong. Just let me get a gong. You can't stop me. Okay, so King of Rugby League Awards, basically, this is completely independent of any bullshit, and it is supposed to be a time capsule of what each season was about. And so you should be able to look back and say, oh, yeah, that looks right, instead of what they've got with Golden Boot, where you're like, what the fuck? So
what rules are in place here?
The entire season counts from the first game to the last game. And it's entirely worldwide. As we've proven before, we're the only one that have proven that before with our awards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start off with the Rookie of the Year. And this one's a sneaky one, but it's just an overwhelmingly easy one. It's Robert Toyer of the Sydney Roosters, who comes in, plays the entire club season, which is very good for a rookie, plays 3 State of Origin games and plays very good, which is incredible, and then played a test for Tonga at the end of the year. That's about as good of a rookie season as you can ever have.
Absolutely. I mean, he only played maybe a dozen New South Wales Cup games from 2023 to 2024 coming into this season. So it's not like he had this long, drawn-out career prior to it as well. He has come literally as a rookie straight up. He played a bunch of games there and just got parachuted straight into the NRL side and never looked like losing his spot.
No, from the get-go, he looked pretty good. He looked pretty good by the end of the season. I was like, oh, this guy's a problem. But he was one of the best players in the State of Origin series for Queensland. It was incredible. Really impressive. There's one game where he pushed man of the match. And, then playing a test for Tonga. There's not many rookie seasons in the whole history of the game that are better than that. So, really easy choice this year, which was awesome. So, the team of the year. This one, once again, pretty straightforward. It was Hull KR, who won every single title that you could win over in England. They were the first team from the supposed Big Four to crack through for a Super League title for the first time since 1996. And they just had a great season, had a really good grand final. I watched that grand final. It was actually not too bad and really deserved it, I felt.
Absolutely. I mean, it broke the longest running hoodoo that had been really chaining down English Rugby League.
Yeah.
It's the first time a team outside of, Wigan, St Helens, Leeds, Bradford, and Widnes to win the top prize in English Rugby League since the mid-80s, 1985, I think it was.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of time.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
40 years and only 5 different premiers. So that's a hell of a hoodoo to crack and break. And I genuinely hope that they are able to back it up and keep it going because, if there's one thing that all sports have been able to prove over many years is that unpredictability in results is one of the greatest things for making the game get stronger and bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably argue that over the especially last 35 years, English Rugby League has been quite complacent and predictable, and it's probably no surprise that the game is struggling more and more every year. So Hull KR could be the saviours.
Yeah, and pretty good for the second best team in Hull, hey?
Absolutely.
Hull FC fan. Representative Player of the Year. Now, this for me was cemented when Harry Grant got the Golden Boot, and I immediately thought, oh, this guy got robbed. It was Dylan Brown. I couldn't go past Dylan Brown. He was absolutely amazing in the Pacific Championship. Just played out of his skin. The best football I've ever seen him play. Attack and defence. Really guided New Zealand so well. Was a game breaker. Just an incredible performance by him. And it really stood above anything that I saw from anybody in State of Origin, anything that I saw from any Australian players in the Ashes series or players from the other Pacific Championship teams. Most of the best performances at rep level that I saw were, and the consistently top performers, were in the Pacific Championship for me. But Dylan Brown was the best of them.
Fully agree. It's the first time, too, I can recall seeing him actually take command of a team.
Yeah.
In the direction. It reminded me an awful lot of Jerome Luai in that World Cup over in England.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the first time we've gone from going, this bloke's all right to, you know what, this guy's fucking elite.
Yeah.
And I think this was Brown's sort of Luai moment. He went to that next level, which was great news for Newcastle.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they need him to do at Newcastle. They need him to be that player. And look, he did it consistently in the Pacific Championships and just blew me away with his performance. I was so impressed with how he played. So he's the representative player of the year. The story of the year has to be the Brisbane Broncos just annihilating historic run through the final series, keeping in mind that at one point they were in the bottom of the NRL's top 8, and it looked like they might have slid out of it if things went a little bit wrong for them. They ended up in the top 4. Their first game was a double golden point overtime, whatever you want to call it, win against the minor premiers down in Canberra. Then they got the week off. Their second win was to stop the 4-time premiership winning juggernaut Penrith Panthers at home in Brisbane in just a game that was like really magical. There was something about every so often there's a game in rugby league that just, I don't know, you feel like the air fizzing about it. I think the best thing you could say about that game is that afterwards, the Queensland government had to come out and tell people that, yes, you felt the stadium moving and it's okay. It's built to move like that. Like, that's how amazing it was at that game. And then they come in against the Melbourne Storm in this giant match between, obviously, you know, two of the more followed teams in the game. And they had an incredible game against Melbourne Storm, really went down to the wire. And it's one of those runs, like every so often you see a run where a premier goes through and you say, well, you can't take anything away from them. Like, they beat all of the teams. And this was one of those years for Brisbane. They beat all of the teams, and they did in such a incredible, exciting, historic way. I just love the entire thing.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. And the fact that they beat, like, if you're going to beat 3 teams in the finals to get the title, you want to beat the minor premier.
Mm-hmm.
You want to beat the benchmark side for the whole decade.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to beat the defending premiers.
Yeah, yeah.
And they ticked off all 3 of those.
Yeah. And I know as a Panthers fan, like, if our run was always going to end, we weren't going to win forever. But I was kind of, I liked the poetry of the way that it ended against a Brisbane team it was Brisbane and Penrith were talked about, you know, coming into the 2020s as being, you've got to watch these 2 young teams, and things went really bad for Brisbane. They went really good for Penrith. And there was something nice about, like, Brisbane finally finding their potential and then being the ones that beat the Panthers. I thought that there was something nice about that. So I just celebrated that game and everything about it. And that was really special to me.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great thing. I mean, the only thing they've got left to do now is they've got to beat Luke Brooks. They didn't get that done this year.
Yeah.
And they also didn't beat Kyle Flanagan this year. So they've got to get over those 2 massive hurdles.
There are some things that maybe they could do that in February. I know a lot of people value things in February. Maybe they can do that in some trial games. Now, this is the big one. This is the King of Rugby League, the big star of 2025, the one that when you look at the record books, you'll say, yeah, it's hard to argue with that. It's Reece Walsh.
Yep.
It was very difficult. A lot of inconsistencies this season with a lot of our elite players. Injuries took their toll as well. The thing about Reece Walsh, though, is that when it was all said and done, he was the man. And unquestionably, I don't think I've seen too many players go on the run that he did through the finals. You know, keep in mind, he was sent to the sin bin in that first finals game against Canberra and come back and literally, when it looked like the Raiders were done, dragged them back single-handedly and won the game for them.
I think that sin binning was where, while I don't know what happened, he was in the sheds in that time.
Mm-hmm.
His game just got turned up to 15 or something.
Yeah, it was weird.
He didn't take a backward step anywhere, and he was just an absolute elite, unstoppable force.
Yeah,
everything he did on the field since that point.
And it was like, you know, you're watching and you're like, they can't do this. He can't do this. Oh my God, he did that. Oh my God, he did it. You know, incredible. And then the game against the Panthers, he was the best player on the field. When it come time to decide the game, and it's like this great team that gets the job done every single time, and Reece Walsh went with them and got the job done over them. And there was a pass he threw, which I still, for me, is like one of the best passes I've ever seen, where he had the ball and he's stabbing and stuff. He had 2 dudes on him and he throws like a pass over the top of them to his man outside who scored. And I lost my mind when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, that's like Andrew Johns, Wally Lewis. That's the best of the best stuff,
Yeah.
And then he comes into the grand final, and if you just looked at his defense, he was the player of the match. Easy. If you just looked at his attack, he was the player of the match. Easy. He did both of them, and it just had this, like, one of the best games I've ever seen player play. And I just can't look past him as being the man this year. And so he's the king of rugby league in 2025.
Can't argue with that at all.
Yeah. It was difficult. Like, he started the season all right. There was a little bit of a moment where it was a bit wobbly, but he come home so strong. You just couldn't argue with what he did. It was so special.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's I don't know. I found the King of Rugby League Awards to be a pretty good measuring stick.
Yeah.
So I think you've done very well compiling that.
Excellent.
Those
well,
you right there.
You helped me. Like, I think that from what we were talking about a month ago, I think that it's basically the same lineup that we both talked about and were like, yeah. The only one that I really stuck, I was really tossing up, was the rep player.
Yeah, and I was a bit the same because no one seemed to be consistently like above everybody else for every game they played in the reps games.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of had to come down to, okay, well, who had the most good, consistent games, I guess.
Yeah.
It was, in the end, Dylan Brown was so much better when it came to that the Pacific Championships at the end of the season. It was hard to ignore.
Yeah. So Reece Walsh is the first non-Panthers player to win the award since 2020 when it went to James Tedesco. So I found that interesting. James Tedesco had won back-to-back awards at that point. I don't think he'd won it before that, though. No, he hadn't. So, yeah, I found that interesting. And, yeah, just well-deserved. Like, when you think of, if somebody said who's the best player in the world right now, I think you'd be hard-pressed to get too many people that would not say Reece Walsh. So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I agree.
So what else have we got on the agenda?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking we could probably have a look at player movements.
Yeah, we could do that.
Coming into, go through each team. There's not a huge amount going around. We can go through them all.
Yeah, and then we've got some emails too we can have a look at.
Wow, that sounds amazing. So let's have a look here. The Broncos have got Alblix Tawa, Ben Talty, and Grant Anderson coming to the club, and they've lost Kobe Black, Jock Madden, and Kobe Hetherington. Jock Madden's going back to the Tigers, and Hetherington's going to Manly.
Madden's a handy pickup for the Tigers.
He is. The Bulldogs, they've lost Blake Wilson. They've picked up Jake Underhill. They've picked up Cade Dykes, who's just had a horror run with injuries.
Yeah. I mean, he could, if he can stay healthy, he might be a really handy pickup, but that poor dude.
Yeah.
It was all set up for him.
It was, and the Sharks have built everything around their club around him coming into the number 6 jumper.
Mm-hmm.
And just 2 bad seasons with injuries in a row just stunted any chance. And eventually, as a club, you've got to make that hard call at some point. Just go, you know what, we can't just keep carrying this untested, talented junior. Like,
yeah,
we've got to think about our future as well. So
yeah,
that's unfortunate. They've also picked up Leo Thompson from the Knights, be a bit of forward depth. They've lost Blake Wilson, Curtis Morin, and Reed Mahoney's going to the Cowboys.
Yeah. They re-signed, oh man, I forgot his name already. Former Panther second rower.
Oh,
Big Fijian.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Kick out.
Kick out.
Yeah.
I said kick out.
Yeah. Oh, you just went, you know what, if they don't play for Penrith anymore, I don't need to know their names.
They're dead to me.
They're filthy traitors.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Cowboys have picked up Reid Mahoney, obviously we just mentioned, Matt Lodge and James Welsh.
They also have...
they've lost Reece Robson to the Roosters.
Yeah, I don't know what the Cowboys' recruitment is. Whoever their recruitment manager is should be fired because they've picked up some real bludgers. And I'm not talking about Reid Marnie in this instance, but everyone else. Like, they've even brought people into their club where you're like, what the fuck are they doing?
I'd say Reid Marnie's probably I'd say he's an upgrade on Reece Robson. So that's okay, but there's a lot of things that are wrong with the Cowboys roster. And the hooker wasn't it.
No.
And I don't think that Matt Lodge is the solution that they need.
No.
The Dolphins have lost All Blacks Tawa, Harrison Graham, James Walsh, Max Vianney, and Peter Holler, and they've picked up Morgan Knowles and Brad Schneider.
I'm glad Schneider's gone, man. And Morgan Knowles, please.
The Dragons have picked up Daniel Atkinson, and that's it. They've got a few juniors that they've promoted, but that's basically it.
There's also been a lot of talk about they've got Kalamatangi coming to them from South, not this year, but next year.
Yes.
On $1 million a year. It sounds like a lot of money, and it is. But I think that when the next salary cap kicks in, that will probably be around average for a player of his quality.
Yes.
I think they're paying a premium on the front end of it, but by the back end of it with the new salary cap, it'll be like, he's on, that deal's sort of balanced out at the end.
Yeah. They've lost Jack DeBellin, Lachlan Elias, and Sione Finau. Eels have picked up Jack DeBellin and Jonah Pezzett.
We'll see how the Eels do. I mean, they also lost, what's his face?
They've lost Lomax because he thought he might have a crack at R360, and then that
Lomax leaves to pick up millions of dollars and then ends up signing he's going to sign with the Western Force for like $150,000 a year or something. What a fucking idiot.
He could go for the Super League and get a high-paying gig at Salford.
I know, right? It's fucking hilarious, and you love to see it. And it's funny. I saw a thing saying, I saw some idiot saying, I think he'll do really well over there. It's like, of course he will. He's playing. It's a fucking NRL player playing it against a bunch of fucking reserve graders. He'll kill it.
He's only
going to be fucking earning $150,000 while he does it.
Now the Knights have got a lot of changes.
Mm-hmm.
They've brought in Harrison Graham, Pasami Solo, Peter Holler, Sandon Smith, and Trey Mooney, and they've let go of Jack Cogger, Jack Hetherington, Jaden Brayley, Jai Lanane, Kai Pearce-Paul, and Leo Thompson.
Yeah, I don't. The more that you can get out the club, the better. And we'll see how they go. It's not going to be difficult to be better than they were this year. They were a fucking atrocious mess.
Yes, they were hard to watch.
Yeah. I like it. It was crazy to see a team be that bad in attack, like stand out that bad in attack. Like that was, it was weird. It was like they were worse than those Western Suburbs teams of the late 90s, because at least those teams could do a little bit of something with the ball. But this Knights team would get a good share of the ball and do nothing with it.
Well, also those Magpies teams in the late 90s were legitimately reserve grade players.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's all they had available. And so all you were looking at was the difference in class. It wasn't a difference in effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. For Penrith, they've lost Brad Schneider, Dane Laurie, Luke Summerton, and Trent Tolau, and they've picked up Freddie Lussick, Jack Cogger, Kalani Going, and Tom Arley.
One of the things Penrith have been doing a huge amount of this offseason is picking apart the New Zealand Warriors lower grades. Like to a point where like I was like, come on now. It was ridiculous.
It makes you wonder if Ivan Cleary still has people over there working in the juniors system.
I think he probably does, because one thing they were doing was targeting forwards. And I think that's a good move. That one of the things that Penrith have really been cleared out of is forward depth in that like fringe first grade onto the bench now. So I think that was a smart move by them, but it was really unfortunate for the Warriors. I felt sorry for them. It's going to be interesting to see how Penrith goes. They're going to have continuity this year, obviously, which is going to be huge for them, but I don't think that they are necessarily the definite premiership favourites this year. I think that they're kind of towards... I think that the Broncos will be premiership favourites. I think that the Panthers will be the next second favourite, and then maybe the Storm behind them. And I only say the Storm behind them just because what we saw out of the Storm was a bit concerning in that they had continuity and they had just lost a grand final the year before. And it was supposed to be last year that it all come together for them, and it really didn't. So, but I would love to have a poor season like the Storm last year, where you lose in the grand final. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be cool to be that's your bad year?
It'd be good if that was a good year for me. South have picked up Bronson Garlick, David Fafita from the Titans, and Edward Kosi, and they've lost Hazen Mellors. How do you think Fafita will go? Yeah, I'm about the same. I think he's going to be pretty much more of what he was doing at the Titans.
Yeah, I can't see that. It would take some sort of, I don't know, he finds Jesus or something.
See, this is the thing.
I don't even know.
Bennett will help him be consistent at least.
Yeah.
But the problem that Fafita has under Bennett is Bennett's never been one to have these talented ball-playing forwards. He likes his forwards to run certain angled lines and, run them wide into the middle of the ruck or start from the middle and go out from the ruck. He always has them running opposite lines to where the defense is going.
Yeah.
And Fafita tends to want to do this roving thing more than anything else. If Bennett can coach that out of his game and get him running straight again, we'll see Fafita playing rep footy again, no doubt. But I don't know. Somehow he got that into his game, and I think it's harder to coach those things out than it is to coach good measures in there, especially once you've got a few seasons under your belt. So I'm not too sure.
I tend to think the upside of Fafita is like he maybe comes out in the first couple of weeks and plays really good because he's coming off the back of a pre-season training and stuff, and that's about as good as it gets. Like, I can't put any faith in him anymore.
At South are a side they've now got a ton of very high-paid players on there, but they're not in – the majority of them aren't in their youth anymore.
Yeah.
They're pushing
30.
I
also think that this will be the year where they have to make some really tough decisions about key players that they've had in their team for a long time who, you got Cody Walker who can still get the job done, but do you have to move on from him just to look towards the future? And then you got Latrell Mitchell, who's the big question mark. Like, if he has another season, just like the last few he's had, I can't keep him at the club anymore. As good as he is, as game-breaking as he is, as on his day, he's the best player in the world.
Yeah,
but
South have been patient with him.
Yeah,
to their own detriment, and they've got to make a call on him, on Whiten, on a few players there.
Yeah.
I'd also hate for Fafita to come into the side and push Tallis Duncan out of a right on side spot because I've got huge raps on Duncan and I think he deserves to be starting back rower.
Same here. I would absolutely love him at Penrith. He's a Panthers player.
He's one of those guys, every now and then you hear a commentator saying he's just a footballer.
Yeah.
He's kind of just he's just built out of hard work first and foremost. Just fucking love the way he plays the game. Canberra have picked up Kobe Black, Dane Laurie, Jaden Brayley, and Sione for now, and they've lost Trey Mooney, Pasami Solo, Mania Wateri, and Jamal Fogarty.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Not really. Not really. The Roosters have picked up Cody Ramsey, Daly Cherry Evans, and Reece Robson, and they've lost Ethan Roberts, Sanders Smith, and Zach Docker-Clay. They've had some interesting changes to their spine.
They have, and I don't understand their recruitment. This feels like they're papering over the cracks a little bit, and I just don't understand it at all. If I was at the club, first of all, I'd hate myself, and everyone should hate me as well because it's a hateful place to be. But beside that, I'd rebuild. They need to rebuild. They need to bite the bullet and rebuild. They need to put all of their faith in the youth. They need to cut out some of the dead weight. I'm thinking Victor Radley in particular. He's one that needs to go. That's what they should be doing. And I don't understand the direction they're going in.
See, I don't mind the signing of DCE if it means he's going to be in the halves with Savala. I fear that Savala's going to be on the bench or out of the side altogether so that Sam Walker's alongside DCE.
And look,
I think
Walker,
Savala would be a better partner for DCE than Walker.
Yeah, and I can't, as good as Walker can be in attack only, I can't build my club around Sam Walker. Like, he's just, first of all, he gets, for whatever reason, it's not like he's a tiny dude, but for whatever reason, that poor dude gets absolutely bashed on the defensive side. And there's some players like that, and he's had some major injuries, and you need to be there. You need to be there when it matters. And unfortunately, this young dude, every time you see him try and make a tackle, and he gets targeted by opposition teams, and you're like, man, this guy's going to get fucking hurt,
Yeah, I don't know why they don't defend him somewhere else in the line instead of in the middle.
I don't know.
You got to protect him at some stage.
You'd think so.
They just keep parking him in the middle area, and he just keeps getting. He's just a target.
And he's one of those dudes too that, like, he's built slight, and he's played enough first grade, and he's old enough now where you would have hoped that he would have filled out, but he's just a slight built dude.
Yeah,
and man, I just worry about him when he plays. I watch the games and I'm like, I just target him or early attack at him, and you're either going to get through him defensively or you're just going to bash him out the game. And that's what generally happens with him, unfortunately. He's got the skill. He's very skillful, but yeah.
I agree. Manly have picked up Blake Wilson, Jamal Fogarty, Kobe Hetherington, and Zach Docker-Clay, and have lost Matthew Lodge and DCE.
Yeah, I don't get Manly at all. I don't understand what Manly's doing.
Is their spine the worst in the comp next year?
Well, I know Trebojevic is out. That's breaking news, by the way.
I think fullback, though, they're good. Have they still got young Hopewadi there?
Yeah. They've got cover for fullback, which they thank God.
He's fine, but I mean, Brooks is probably the most accomplished of what's left as far as form and ability to avoid getting injured.
Which is the most horrifying statement that we've ever made on this podcast. The only way it could get worse is if you said, like, Matthew Elliott is now the new coach of
Newcastle.
Yeah. I'm surprised he never ended up at Newcastle. That would have been the perfect stop for him, hey?
Straight after Nathan Brown.
Yeah.
the fixer.
And they would have loved him, and the results would have been absolutely abysmal, but they would have been like, no, you know what? He's a good guy. And have you seen him in press conferences? It's always funny. And it's like, yeah, but he sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Manly roster. It looks like a mess. So we'll see what happens there. The Sharks, they've lost Atkinson and Dykes. That's it. And this has been something that's been quite consistent with the Sharks is especially the last 4 or 5 years, very, very few changes to the roster.
Yeah.
And it's part of the reason why you watch them play and you're going, yeah, you know what? I don't know why or how, but they keep making it into the finals. And it simply is just nothing more than cohesion that gets them there.
Yeah.
They just need a little bit of skill in attack just to get them over those games where they struggle. And they showed it a lot better last year.
Yeah, they showed a little something in the finals last year. It was surprising.
Sorry, this year. Last
Yeah,
season.
this year, yeah.
But that's
we live our lives by seasons, hey.
That's right. But they showed it. They've got a little bit there. I think the problem they had is they were confused as to how they were going to use Blake Brayley. There was a few games there in the middle just before the finals where they let him run and he was fucking devastating. And he basically got his Australian squad spot off the back of that work, and justifiably so. But when it came to the finals, they sort of put it a little bit back in bed, which they shouldn't have done. They should have kept going with it and leaning into it more because it added extra stuff to their attack in the middle of the field that had been lacking. And their attack fell back a little bit because of that. But other than that, they were a lot more competitive, stronger in defense as well. So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to bring through any more youngsters. They've basically just kept the same squad. So they've got no excuses coming into the start of the season for, we just got to, wait for the team to gel. They don't have that as an excuse.
Yeah, they should be comfortably top four, especially on what they showed in the finals as well. They should comfortably be top four us, and with all that cohesion and stuff. What the Sharks really need is to jag a junior that comes out and is just a real elite junior. I think that's where it's probably not helped them a little bit over the last few years.
They did sign one. I think he might have been a Penrith junior a year or two ago. I think his name is Will Eisen, young fullback. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Sharks start nudging William Kennedy to look at other options at the end of the year so they can bring this young Eisen in.
That was in the finals. That was a big thing where William Kennedy, and you and me are big fans of his. But in the finals, it was like, he wasn't up to it.
No, you just you're looking for him to do what he did at the start of the year when he was a front runner for the Dally M.
Yeah.
Where did that guy go?
Yeah. And it was really really stark in the finals as well.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate, and it happens sometimes. But I think the problem that the Sharks have is now, because they've been together for so long, and even the coaches, this is his team.
Yep.
At some point, you're like, we haven't got time. We need this to happen now, because eventually people are going to have to leave and people are going to start getting fired, So,
I mean, they're getting very close to that long deal that Nico Hines signed is coming close to its end.
Yeah, and look, it was great to see him play good in the finals. It was really good to see, good for your soul to see him shake off the finals thing that he had it, because that was a real problem. And he played really well in the finals. And he's say he plays really well in the finals again this year, and he has a good solid regular season, he is going to be a target for teams, and they're going to have to pay a lot of money to keep him, because a top, one of the top, I don't know, a top even 10 halfback or an 8 halfback, if you want to look at it in finals terms, that's $1 million. That's the negotiating starting point. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of money that he's going to earn if he puts in a good season and another good final series.
Exactly. And that's why it's also important for the Sharks to not just have their base of their attack just coming from the halves and, leaning on Hines too much. I think I said it last year, and I'm saying it again now, is that I think they need to make the switch and put him at 6 and put Trindle at 7 and let Trindle take over a lot of those responsibilities, take those off Hines' head. I think when Hines plays his natural free-running game, he is so much more destructive in attack. And then let Brayley take over some of the playmaking stuff as well from dummy half, because he's shown that he can do it. That just gives Hines absolute license to do whatever the hell he wants, and that's bad news for defenses.
True.
Melbourne, they've picked up Jack Hetherington, Manaia Waiteri, and Trent Toalau, and they've lost Jonah Pezzett, Grant Anderson, and Bronson Garlick.
Yeah, and of course they're not going to have Katoa next year because of his terrible head injury. So, not a big shake-up at the Storm. They lost the big fella, Asafa Solomona.
Yeah, so, they kind of needed to.
He's
been a bit of a passenger this year.
Yeah, that's addition by subtraction.
Yeah, I think Hetherington will be a very good pickup for him.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to do something with him as long as he keeps his head, which is zero chance he does. But yeah, I think they'll be a top 4 team, but I think the way that I look at the Storm is a little bit different than how I did a couple of years ago. And of course, that's when they'll probably be premiers next year.
Yes. The Titans, they've got a bunch of changes as well, but mostly just a bunch of guys have brought into the sides. But their gun winger, Cam Piera, has gone to the Warriors. David Fafita's gone to the Rabbitohs, and they've picked up Adam Christensen, Jensen Tuamopao, Jet Liu, Curtis Morin, Lachlan Elias, Luke Summerton, Max Vianai, Oliver Pascoe, Siali Fayamani, and Zane Harrison. A few guys there from Queensland Cup.
Yeah. Elias could be a really good addition to their team.
He could. It is interesting. They've made a lot of changes to not so much playmaker roles there, which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's like they've decided, you know what? They're even looking at next year as this is the start of the rebuild. So they're not looking at building a team that's going to compete in the finals. We're building a team that's going to be competitive on the field and defensively better. And that's kind of what they've built. And it's the right thing to start with.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go after that. But their roster was bad for a long time. It's not hugely great either after this season as well, but they're making moves in the right direction. They're getting young guys in there and that sort of thing, and getting the expensive players off the books that were not working.
And I think the thing with the Titans is it's more than talent and stuff like that. It's as much about like the culture at the club having to change dramatically because they're not a real club and they haven't been a real club for a long time. And so I think that like they don't have to necessarily make the finals or anything like that this coming season, but they need to see that the players are committed and that they're fit and that they're willing to do what it takes to win games or try and win games, and it just not be just a bullshit mess around that it's been for decades now on the Gold Coast.
The Warriors have brought in Cam Piera, who we just mentioned, Hazen Mellors, Jet Cleary, and Jaya Lanane, and they've lost Tom Ale, Freddie Lussick, Edward Kosi, and Bunty Afoa.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they go this coming season. I don't know. I could see them missing the finals. I could see them just making the finals. I don't know that they're going to be an elite contender, but we'll see.
Their attack struggled all year, and even more so when their halfback got injured.
Yeah.
They've got to find ways to score points outside of through their halves. And the Tigers have no losses apparently. It's Bunty Afoa, Ethan Roberts, Jock Madden, Kai Pearce-Paul have all come.
Quiet off season.
Quiet off season. The only losses have come in the boardroom.
Yeah.
Bunty Afoa will add some depth to the forwards, which is needed, as will Kai Pearce-Paul. Madden, a bit of depth in the halves, not a bad thing. So they've still got, even with the players that they've brought in, other than Bunty Afoa, who's probably around 30 years old, the rest of them are still in their 20s. They're still keeping the core of their squad around that 26 and under sort of age. But only a little bit of experience here and there. I don't see it's going to make a huge change to the way that they play their games or their form on the field.
No.
I don't think much is going to change there. They just need to be, they need to continue doing what they did last year, which is improving to be a stronger side defensively, because that's just been such a weak point. And they were a lot better last year. There's no doubt about it. But
100%.
They still need to go quite a bit better, though. They have the potential to give the top 8 a shake.
100%.
I don't think they'll get there, but they have the potential to give it a bit of a shake and be in contention, just like they were this year, till deep in the season.
I think the big issue, though, with them, and it's like you just can't overstate it enough. Too much orange on the jersey.
It is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, what are we supposed to do with that?
I've got a solution that would solve everything for him.
All right.
Instead of wearing jumpers, every player wears a magpie outfit. They just come out dressed as magpies.
Yeah, I could see that working.
But still be called Tigers. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They're still the Tigers.
Yeah.
But they dress entirely as black and white magpies.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I can't see how that wouldn't work.
I also think
the players could jump off the top of the stadium.
Yep.
And just swoop the opposition side.
And when you say stadium, obviously you mean one of the 14 stadiums they're going to use.
14, mate. There's 20 games in the year. They're all home games.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're always playing at home, statistically.
That's right. They're the ultimate gypsy squatters.
Yeah. They should call them the gypsies, eh? Oh, far out.
There we go. That's all the ins and outs.
Excellent.
Thus far, there will obviously be more as we continue towards the next season.
Yeah, teams, they get players they bring in and they give a run to and they like them, or someone has a good preseason and stuff. It's always interesting to see who goes well over the off season, or, who's training the house down. There's always someone training the house down.
Luke Brooks.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll be unleashed this next season?
I think he's ready to play and win finals games. I think it's finally time.
He's broken the finals duck, so now he's definitely unleashed.
Yeah. Who would be like? I think that honestly, the one that you got to look at is the Tigers. Like, can they make the final? I think they can make the finals. I really do.
At the expense of?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I think the Warriors are probably the weakest team in that finals there. I don't expect Canberra to be up as high as they were this year.
The only thing with Canberra is wherever Canberra ends up, it doesn't really matter. Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, no, Canberra finished first this year after the regular season. I don't know anybody credible that thought they were a premiership threat. And that's what it comes down to for the Raiders. Well,
I mean, they threw it away in the final round when they rested a bunch of players and then had 50 point on them.
Yeah, true.
It's they self-inflicted the one known rugby league hoodoo on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They just run out as you only had to rest a few players, not all of them. And you did that, and the Dolphins put 60 on you. And you went, well, there you go. That's the rest of your season done.
It's like stupid. There's some rules you don't break in rugby league. Don't let 50 put on you.
Exactly.
Right?
It's a simple bloody rule.
Don't admit that you were the one wearing the bowl hat. Don't fuck your teammate's wife and get caught. And everything else you can do. We let you do everything else, but you cannot do those three things.
That's it. It's simple.
Yeah.
And everybody else managed to do it. And Canberra just went, no, let's tempt fate.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you know what? Fate wins.
Ricky Stewart. No one believes in us. Yeah, this is why, dickhead.
Oh, well. You said we've got some emails.
Yeah, I was thinking, because we've got a few emails, I was thinking maybe the next episode we can make just an email episode, hey? Because it is the off-season. There won't be a huge amount of news.
How many emails have we got so far?
Oh, yeah,
is it 3?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
I think we got 4, yeah. So we've got enough content. That's what you call content in business.
That's right.
Yeah, in the biz.
We're content creators.
Oh, we're content creators. Well, I'm really like an influencer at some point.
Actually, yeah, that's probably true. You're an influencer and I'm a columnist. We're not really creating much at this stage. I think the recent amount of episodes that we've put out have pretty much proven that we're not creating much.
It's just been a really quiet off season, which has been good. And like, there are a couple of days where we were going to do podcasts, especially leading into Christmas, But there's always something that pops up, There's always things to do and stuff, or like that, there was a few days there where I was getting hammered. And Andrew would be like, "Oh, we'll do a podcast." I was like, "Man, I'm fucking getting shit faced," So
and then you'd sober up for a whole week. You're like, okay, let's do a podcast, and then I'm just completely missing in action.
there was
Where the fuck did he go?
There was one day I sent you a message and I didn't hear from you for fucking 3 days. I was like, what's he up to?
Just after the without going too far in it, after the incident happened in Bondi, and I saw all of the stuff going on social media and just the way everyone was behaving, I just went, yeah, I don't want to be around this.
Yeah.
So I just walked away from social media for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I made a rule for myself earlier this year where I basically just talk about football and like movies and just like random shit like that. I think that's all people want to hear from me anyway. They don't want me to fucking pretend that I'm breaking ground on something heavy. It's like, no, you want to see me take the piss out of a footy team or something like that. So, yeah, I made really tight rules for myself in that regard.
Speaking of movies.
Yes.
Die Hard.
Yes, I watched it the other day. I watched it, was it Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve?
I mean, you have to. It's up there with barbecues, really. But
do you want me to break something to you?
What's that?
Die Hard is a romance movie.
I can buy that.
Okay, because apparently, I'd learned this. Julie told me this. Romances have very strict rules that they have to go by, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Die Hard literally, if it is like, goes by the book on a romance movie, which I thought was incredible.
Okay, the only part of it that gets me is in nearly all romance movies, the first part of it is boy meets girl.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes.
Well, my theory is, because I haven't heard what you're going to say, I think instead of boy meets girl, I think in Die Hard, it's McClane meets the police officer. I've got his name.
Al.
So it's not so much a romance movie, it's a bromance movie.
Well, you got to remember, the whole movie starts with him flying across the country to go to his, I guess, estranged wife, right?
Yeah.
And he's putting in all of that effort to do that. And then, you've got to have apparently what you got to have is, at the end of it, you got to have a happily ever now or a happily ever after. Well, it was a happily ever now because they do end up getting divorced, right? But you have a happily ever now at the end of it. But he's only... and here's the other thing. Does it exist if there's none of the romance stuff in it? And it wouldn't, because he wouldn't have got on the plane to go over to LA if there wasn't the romance side of it. Or Die Hard doesn't happen.
See, I wouldn't say it's a romance reason as to why he goes over.
What is it?
Well, remember, the reason why they're separated is because he didn't want to leave his job and she got a job in a different city. So he stayed put and let her go. So he's begrudgingly going over to see her for Christmas, mostly probably more to see his kids, because they were the ones who were desperate to see him, not her.
Well, she's not happy with him, which...
Because she's not even using his surname, even though they're still married.
Look, she's not happy with him, right? That's how you know they're still in a relationship.
That's true.
and she resents him on some level. That's how you know that they're still married.
That's right. That makes it legit.
Yeah.
Lock that in.
If there was no romance in it at all, the movie doesn't happen. He doesn't go. There's a reason why he went to her office to see her.
He needed a lift back to her house.
No, but he was going to stay at his friend's house that lived a couple of hours away, remember? And she's like, oh, no, that's ages away. You'll be driving most of the time. Why don't you just stay in the spare room?
See, she just played the man's game, though. She just invited logic into the equation. He just went, I can't beat that.
That fucking bitch. We can't let them know that that's what we do.
Oh, see, that's how you know a man wrote the script.
Yeah. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Oh shit. That's great.
See, I was thinking something completely different, but still doing Die Hard. I was thinking there's elements of Die Hard that remind me of rugby league teams.
Okay.
Like the first Die Hard movie, that's the 1950s, 60s Dragons.
Okay.
Nothing will beat it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
Classic.
greatest thing we've ever got. They're the benchmark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Die Hard 2,
yeah.
I think that's the current Panther side.
Oh, how dare you?
Hear me out.
How dare you?
For years, right? They were seen as just being such a poor version of the first one, right? Everyone just went, no, that is shit. That one is just garbage. And then as more episodes came along and they were proven to be much worse, people look back on that one and go, it's not so bad. And as the years go by, that number 2 movie starts being seen more and more favorably, and people have less and less hatred towards it, which means it's got better as the years have gone on.
It's like Predator 2. It's like that was garbage, but then you look back after all the Predators you've seen and you're like, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Good example. I actually like Die Hard with a Vengeance more than Die Hard 2, though.
Likewise, Die Hard with a Vengeance is brilliant, and I'll put that down as being, what can we put that as? Melbourne Storm.
Well, see, that's where I would say the Panthers is Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard 2 is like, what would Die Hard 2 be like? Die Hard 2 would be like, not the Melbourne Storm. Well, in this context, it would be the Melbourne Storm. Because then I think Die Hard 4 was when, like, he was basically like a vegan. And it was just like, oh, you're John McClane. And it's like,
See,
damn you kids. It's like, what are you talking about, damn you kids? You're looking after yourself, you fucking idiot.
I have Die Hard 4 being very much like the West Tigers. And that was, when it first came out, everyone's gone, hey, yeah, that was pretty good. And then as the years have gone on, eh. You go, man, that movie was a long time ago. Same way people talk about the West Tigers premiership. It's a long time ago.
After Die Hard with a Vengeance, I'll be honest, they all sort of blend together a lot, and they blend together on a very bad level.
I would say, though, Die Hard 5, that is the Annandale. It never was good. It was a bad idea to start with. It was never good. And it died a futile, miserable death. And no one fucking remembers it and no one cares about it.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the Annandale.
Yeah. As they went on, it was like I hate watched them, hey.
See, I didn't mind the premise for Die Hard 4. I think some of the lines in it and the script in it were corny and shit. But the premise of it's John McClane fighting against technology, I didn't mind that. The last one, though, fuck me, that was just... I watched it because I had a feeling it was going to be bad, and I didn't expect it to be as bad as it was.
The thing that got me is that, like, eventually he just become basically Wolverine. Like, nothing hurt him. It's just stupid. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, he's supposed to be an alcoholic cop. And, like, I just don't get it.
It got to the point where the last one came along and gone, okay, he's beaten technology. Now he needs to beat nuclear radiation and technology and bad guys all at the same time. It's like, it's just become a meme of itself, and it was just stupid, and man, that was horrible.
Yeah. You know what it was? I tell you what it was. It was like, okay, so you get Rocky 4, where Rocky, Apollo Creed dies, and so Rocky decides to end communism because of it. He's that angry, he just ends communism, right? That right there is Forrest Gump. Die Hard, the end of it is like I Am Sam. It just went full retard. It's like you can't go full retard.
No.
You can't go beyond what Rocky 4 did, okay? And I think that was the problem.
Yeah, that is very much wrong. And to the point where it ended any potential opportunities to do any future episodes. They killed the fucking franchise with Die Hard 5.
Yeah.
There was still possibilities after Die Hard 4. Die Hard 5 though fucking killed it.
They needed to make him an alcoholic again. And just it works best when he's just like dragged into shit. That's what was so good about Die Hard with Vengeance. It's basically like they dragged him out of bed and he's just got a terrible hangover and his life is shit and he has to do all this fucking stuff. And that was really good. But, you know, when he gets his life together, it's like, well, this is boring now. This is silly. Like, you know.
That's right.
I hate this. I don't want to see somebody that's life is together. I can't relate to that.
That's not what I'm tuning in for.
Yeah, I want to see somebody whose life is a complete fucking mess, so I can feel like I've got a connection.
Yeah,
with them in the movie.
I can live through him.
Yeah, it's like in the first season of Andor for Star Wars. Andor has sex. I'm like, I can't relate to this. What the fuck is this shit? His best friend should be a fucking robot or something, which it is, but like he's in a relationship with a fucking actual girl. What the fuck is this shit? I can't relate.
That's why I never watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go with that argument anyway because I don't
seriously, it's a magnificent. Andor is a work of art. I love it.
I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest.
It's all right. That's fine. That's fine.
I'm just making commentary here to try and sound like I know what's going on.
Well, the way you do that is you say, you know what? The story didn't do it for me, but I really like the cinematography. Because then it sounds like you watched it. And it's like, what's the story? I don't fucking know, but the cinematography is
awesome. I just had it on mute the whole time. I was just looking at all the pretty pictures.
Yeah. It's like when you watch Showgirls.
As you praise the costumes.
Yeah, it's like, I really like the wardrobe department in Showgirls.
Why not? So what else has been going on?
That's it, really. We're coming into the end of 2025. It's been an interesting year. Hopefully 2026 just kicks ass for everybody that's listening. Hope everyone has a big New Year's Eve. And if you don't, that's fine too. You can have quiet ones. I'm probably going to have a quiet one. Hey, I'll probably get hammered, but
yeah, you'll be drunk.
I think
a mate of mine once said, and he never said drunk. He said socially excited.
The problem is that the people like it when I'm drunk. So, like I was saying to my friends, like, what should we do? And they're like, you should get drunk. It's like, I can't just get drunk all the time. It's like, yeah, get drunk. And then on top of that, I'm like susceptible to being like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Whatever it is.
I'll ruin this for all of your other friends, okay? I know they're going to want me to shut the fuck up right now.
Okay.
The reason why we all like it when you get drunk is all of the random shit that you buy us.
It's fucking so close to home. That hurts on some level.
You just start drinking, then after all you're going, yeah, you know what, I'm going on eBay. I'm going to buy this for this person, get that for that person.
I do. I start looking at the most random shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a Lego Soundwave to put together because of the last time you got drunk.
What do you mean? Did I buy you a Lego Soundwave?
Mate, 2 of them.
Nah, I did not. They're too fucking expensive. I would have seen that and would have got myself one. I've bought stuff. I'm really bad at buying stuff when I'm drunk. Really, really bad. Stupid shit too.
Speaking of buying stuff, did you buy any domains recently?
No, I haven't.
Thinking of buying any?
I got one in mind.
And what Santa bring you for Christmas?
What did he bring me? I got a Optimus Prime, a 3.0 Cybertron edition, special edition Optimus Prime DLX version. I didn't get the premium format version. So he's very fucking good. I need to put some pictures of him on my Instagram. And I got a Jango Fett ship, which is actually called Slave 1. And I haven't put it together yet. So I've got to do that. It's 707 pieces. It's not the UCS model for all them dorks out there.
You forget that one later.
It's a bit too expensive.
I just get one of those 3D printing machines. Just print your own Lego blocks and do it from there.
I've got one of them.
Yeah.
Take it fucking lifetime to do that. What did Santa bring you?
I got a Optimus Prime model as well. A smaller one, but it's still pretty cool to put together.
Yeah, he was cool. I liked him. He looked cool. Was that a YOLO Parks one?
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I don't have it with me at the moment. It's in a box in a bag somewhere.
I did a deep dive into I love saying deep dive. It's my take. I did that into these Transformers, and my God, it is just an endless fucking delve into stuff that I didn't even know existed.
And that you now want all of.
Yes.
Hey, I was going to actually ask you about one other thing that you discussed in the pre-show.
Yeah. What was that?
Something to do with favorite players or something like that in the NRL era.
Oh, let's do that for first of all, there's no NRL. I said, let's do a draft of the top 25 players from the last 25 years. Let's do that for the next episode as well. We'll do emails and we'll do a draft of the top 25 players.
A draft?
We'll go one after the other.
So that basically means we're just going to pick the top 50 players.
No, we're going to do 25. We're going to stop at 25.
Yeah, but if we're doing it each, that means that we'll be, between the two of us, we'll pick the best 50 players.
No, we'll do 25. We're going to stop at 25. When we get to 25, we stop.
No, I thought you were picking 25 and I was picking 25.
No, we're going to just do 25.
Oh, just 125 and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We can
It'll
do
be
that.
Good.
How do we decide who goes first?
I've literally got a coin,
which
I was given by somebody, and it's for when I buy stuff when I'm drunk. So it says
yes on both sides.
No. It says, what's it going to be? Decision coin. Once, and it says that on both sides, but one side says fuck no. The other side says hell yes.
Okay.
So one of us will be fuck no, one of us will be hell yes. I'll flip the coin and that person can go first.
All right. Well, I'll take hell no or fuck no.
Fuck no. Okay, I'll take hell yes then. And then let's flip the coin and we'll find out who goes first.
Yep.
Let's do it now.
Yeah,
all right?
Let's do it now.
Okay.
Get the administration out of the way.
Yeah. Let's do, so you're fuck no. All right? Okay. Hell yes goes first. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I think I know who I'm picking first, too.
Sam Burgess?
No.
John Bateman?
No.
I'll get there eventually. Morgan Knowles.
Oh, God damn it. You spoiler alert.
Sam Tompkins.
Oh, shit. So, well, I go first I can't believe I won that. I was certain you were going to, when I was thinking about it, I was like, 100% Andrew's going to pick first, and he's going to pick my first pick, and then I'm going to be playing catch up the whole time. I'm fucking pumped that I won that. God damn it.
You're also going to get 13 picks to my 12, so that means you've got to do a little bit more work than me.
It's all right. I've got it. I'm not even going to do any research. I'm doing it off the top of my fucking head.
Oh, likewise. I can't be bothered doing research.
Yeah, we don't research.
No, never done it in my life.
No.
Why start now?
Yeah, fuck that. Just fucking make it up.
That's what Minions for. They can do that shit.
Oh, don't talk about him like that. Well, I think it's been a great episode.
It has.
I think we should wrap it up. And I just hope everyone has a great New Year's, and I hope you're all going well over this off season and stuff, and kicking ass and looking after yourselves and all that good shit.
And having a happy holidays.
Yeah, having fun. Do something fun. Do something like really awesome and email us about it. And we'll read about it in the and make it fucking legal, please. Jesus.
Yeah, something you did on holidays.
Yeah.
A former English rugby league team that you decided to, reignite.
Purchase. Yeah.
Any old thing that you might have been doing in your spare time.
Whatever you want. Something cool that you bought yourself.
Yeah. Stuff that you're going to buy us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to get us a gift eventually. How many more episodes we're going to do if we start getting free shit?
I'm wondering, imagine the weird shit gifts that our listeners would get us, like dolphin milk and stuff like that.
Dolphin milk. That's a classic going back.
That is, yes.
Alrighty, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Make sure to check us out on all the socials, on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Check us out on YouTube as well and listen to all the episodes on there. Just run them and just leave it be. Even put it on mute. We don't care. And we'll catch us all next time.